What's going on, guys? Today the free-to-play journey continues, and this time we're going to be doing summons for new units, and I'm very excited for that. We have 5,000 gems saved up just for this, and I'm very excited because I haven't pulled for a new character since Dorry and Broggy. It's been a long time. Of course, it was helped by the fact that I managed to get EX Kizaru for free, which allowed me to not get tempted by units I don't really like. And of course, we managed to get Garp for 10 gems, and I started using him last week. So I was tempted not to pull for these new units, but really, they look too good not to summon. And of course, yeah, technically we did small step-up summons for York. But that's because York reminded me a lot of Any's Lobby Robin, a unit that just chills on the flag and can tank hits. But I never actually got to use her, funny enough, because I started using EX Kuzan, and I didn't really want to build up York until I did that on a video, and I never got around to that. So it will come, right? Especially because, she's not horrible at tanking Kizaru, so that will come. But guys, as you can see, I did not summon when the unit came out. I got to watch a lot of gameplay, got to rest, got to relax, get the hype to die down, and then make a decision. Now, they're very exciting units, and a lot of people got tempted to pull directly. Guys, please don't do that. Wait for a unit to come out, watch some gameplay during the hype, then go to bed. Once you wake up the next day, guys, you will trust me, the hype will die down so much and you're less likely to regret that decision. And that is how I managed to get this many gems, even more because I have 150 gems saved up here. And it's happened to me countless times where I get tempted. For example, I know maybe some of you guys might not be tempted by the same type of character as me, but one type of character that's sorted here by order received, I actually managed to pull them recently, of course outdated now. But Sentomaru and Pacifista were two units I really wanted, actually. But I actually ended up not pulling for them simply because I had Dorry and Broggy, or sorry, Montblanc Noland at the time, Montblanc Noland and Calgara, and I just said I don't really need them because I still did not get to maximize my usage of Calgara and Noland. I still feel like they had a lot of juice in them, that pulling for new units when I still have new units at the time did not feel right, So that's why I did not pull for them, even though I actually really like their kit. And that's one thing that I was able to do because I don't summon when the units come out. I go to sleep, go to bed, get some rest. Then trust me, the hype will die down a lot, and that's how you get to save up a lot of gems. Of course, for me, another big thing is don't summon unless you can guarantee something. It's a big rule for myself, and that's why some people, manage to pull for an EX in 500 gems. But if you don't, you wasted the 500 gems you had saved up that you could use towards something else. I always say, save till you can guarantee something. But let's get into the summons, guys. So, this Admiral banner is actually pretty cool because my free-to-play account, I actually don't have a lot of them or maxed. So, it's very nice getting Garp one level ahead. So, we're going to go ahead and do some summons. Some summons. Now, I actually really like both of them, and the big thing is that I think a lot of people are underrating Fujitora. He's a very good runner, and especially for someone like me, I am so excited to use him because as you can see here, these are the units I have, and I actually, the only runner I've ever used is Hakuba, and I really did not like using him, and he's not really that runner kind of character, so I've never got to use all of these cool runners that can ignore flags and any of that stuff, so very excited to use him. And of course, we're going to go to the guaranteed. I think I'll do one rotation because, guys, there's so many units that will come out. If you guys are caught up to the manga or the anime, there's so much coming out. Of course, we've got to save up for a new Robin, hopefully one day. Just Rosa Robin mainly, but also Demon Robin, also Egghead Robin, also the next Arc Robin. So, there's going to be a lot of Robins coming that we've got to save our gems for. But we got to do pulls here, So, yeah. Also, Fujitora, one of my favorite characters in the show. But Greenbull, not really. So the first multi we get nothing, but Greenbull I actually really don't like, because when we first got to introduce Greenbull to the series, like when he was just a silhouette talking to Fujitora and Reverie, oh my god, I was so excited. But after that, it just died down, so is that him? No, Foxy! Actually, Foxy's still one of the best units in the game, funnily enough, one of the better defenders. Very good against Garp. I don't know how he deals with Kizaru, probably very poorly, but funny, we got him. That's pretty good. He's a very strong unit. Which is also fun. But yeah, Greenbull ended up being such a disappointment, but there he is. There he is. He looks exactly, I think, as the old unit does. So we actually got him. So now we can guarantee Fujitora if we don't pull anything else in these summons. So that's very nice. So yeah, Greenbull to me was so disappointing in the anime, but in this game, pretty cool. I love characters that have like transformations, cool designs. They did him right in this one. We got another defender here. He got him again. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, fantastic. And actually, I'm very excited for using him. More so than Fujitora, because you guys know me, I love defenders. And of course, speaking of defenders, Yonji is also another good one, right? So we had the Foxy and him. So we're getting some good units, but you know, I'm not gonna be powering them up as a free-to-play. You don't actually get to do that. We got Fujitora as well, I think, right? Yes, yes, we did. Of course, shout out to Brook. Brook was one of the first characters I actually ended up pulling for because he was on the same banner as Robin, and he was just a fantastic unit overall. Okay, we got Raizo, so that's some cola. At how many scout points? Of course, we're not even close. I think at 450 scout points, we can guarantee one of them. So we'll go to that point, I guess. Total that would be 750 gems. I don't think I want to do 1,500, especially since we already got 3. We got him to 5-star. Guys, I'm gonna 6-star him. I'm gonna 6-star him. So I'm gonna use Frags. I'm gonna 6-star this man. Alright, and I'm gonna 5-star Fujitora, but I'm definitely gonna 6-star him, especially now that the game's just giving him out, you know? I was talking to Happy OPBR, and he was telling me, oh! That's nice. That's nice. Judge was one of my favorite characters to use before I actually became free-to-play. And we actually managed to 5-star him, so I don't even need to use any frags on Fujitora. Oh, that's beautiful. That is actually straight up beautiful. And we 6-starred the Judge. If he ever gets above, we have him maxed. Talking to Happy OPBR, and he was like telling me that you know, this new Greenbull is exactly like just a good version of Robin, right? Just stay on a flag and just do your thing there. These pulls have been fantastic, guys. We 5-starred both of them. Oh, Nami used to be good at some point in I'm gonna do one more multi and then just make sure that it's 450 gems. I would never. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, so at this point, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's obviously exciting, but like we got more than we want, so that's beautiful. So here at 450, like, we have make sure we're summoning on the right one. There. Actually, also saw something that the pay-to-win players, I didn't know this was a thing, but you can apparently, last multi here, pay money to just get a unit to 5-star. I think it was like $25. I didn't know that was a thing. Of course, this is I haven't spent money on One Piece Bounty Rush since I started this journey, right? This is my only account. Some people say that I don't get tempted because I have another account. Guys, I don't play Bounty Rush that much to play on 2 accounts. But gotta get our main man. Use a bit less. Oh, what am I doing? Ah, we unlocked them already, so we can't use this. Ah, interesting. Okay, so we have to do this. Okay. Okay, so it's the same thing. 400 gives us a... Ah, that's actually kind of silly of me to pull that much. I shouldn't have done the last 2 multi. Actually, one extra multi kind of wasted there. But that's fine. That's fine. We have a lot of gems, so that's good to know. I thought we could just bump the character, but it's the equivalent here. 400 of these. So once you have them, you just buy frags. And 400 frags is the equivalent of a dupe, which is what this would have been. So that's nice. That's nice. That's actually pretty cool. 2 more multis would get me another 100 frags. Right? So let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Let's get the 100 points. Get a couple more frags on the guy. And we got a dupe. Nice, nice. Who also is good at some point. Very good against Straw Hats, so maybe if they become meta again, he could come back if he gets a buff. That's actually pretty cool. Got him to 85, and after we buy the... After we claim our frags, it might be... So yeah, there we go. Let's stop here. So I didn't know how this works, guys. I actually just never summoned on this type of banner before, so that's why. So another 50 frags here. Now we can also claim the 150 gems. So we're back to 4,250. So we got him to level 91. That's fantastic. Guys, you guys know one thing left to do. Buy them frags. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I mean. I saw a streamer do it. I think his name is Pick Me Up. And yeah, he just went here and just bought this unit. Apparently this gets you them to 5 stars. So you pay $24 and you don't even need frags anymore. So yeah, I didn't know Bounty Rush has just been adding more and more ways to monetize the game. So guys, I don't recommend spending money on the game. So try to avoid doing that if you don't have to. And you probably don't really have to unless it's something you enjoy. That brings you pleasure, I guess. But the less you spend, the better. So yeah, we only need to spend 350 frags here. Of course, we actually had 3.3k, but we gave 400 to Garp, which is funny because now I'm basically not going to use him. But of course, if I ever pull a dark unit, it would be great to have Garp as a secondary. So for 350 frags and those crazy pulls we had, we managed to actually get Aramaki or Greenbull to level 100, and we actually have a level 85 Fujitora for only 350 frags. Pretty fantastic. So we spent a total of 850 gems, I believe. So let's go here and favorite our 2 new units, but I can find them easily. Very happy. And guys, you guys know we don't actually pull a lot, so we have so much saved up here. I'm actually not gonna push some gameplay with them right now because I didn't build any medal set or anything, but we got him to level 100. Of course, max out his skills very easily. We have tons of these resources, you know, all the bounty coins in the world. We have 999 plus of all of these resources. Also boost 2 orbs, we have tons of them now, so you know we can start maxing out units. And you know, when I start building out supports, like look at that. When I start, and I'm not even someone who finishes all the challenge battles and stuff because I have so many resources. There's no real push to getting them. Same thing for Fujitora, we're gonna do that. But I'm actually gonna end this video, funnily enough, with gameplay for Garp and Kuzan to say goodbye to them for a while, and then you know tonight when I come back home, I'll have build them up and make some gameplay for them. That's gonna be pretty exciting. So let's get to that. Crazy. And actually, I can just use the new medals on the dull one. Pretty cool. You knock back an enemy, reduce cooldown of skill 1. That could be nice with some navy tags. And they also have some cool traits, so I'm gonna try to build up more of these because I saw they had cool traits. So I'll look into it. But guys, some nice stuff coming. So well, let's just use them. Let's just use them. Let's put any random medal set on them and get ahead with some gameplay with them. So I'll be back. Alright, so here we have it. We have 162. I just throw on a random medal set, not something I'm gonna end up using, but for now, it's what we have. Let's just get into one gameplay to end the video, just so I can, you know, show you guys my first gameplay with him, and then I'll do Fujitora gameplay in the future. But I'm very excited for him. I've watched some gameplay now, you know, took some time off to breathe and not just get sucked into the hype. And that's why this video is coming not on the first day. So this is something you probably will see a lot on the channel. I just don't pull on the day itself, or the you know, when the unit comes out, because it's not the right thing to do if you're trying to save your gems, you know, in the long run. Ooh, we're playing with a friend against us. He's actually using Sanji and Hody Jones. That's pretty exciting. We have 190,000 power with some Borsalinos. They have 196,000 power with some Aramakis. So let's see how he tanks Borsalino. Set up with a let's do it. Capture the first flag. Don't really care if Borsalino does his skill. Probably try to work on dodging it. This now. I think that was a bit too early since pushing their flag, but good to have it there. They will take some damage. Sanji here. Is Sanji doing something new now that I don't know about? Keep that. I guess there is a reason for using Sanji. Yeah, he probably ignores damage reduction. That's right. He had a skill that ignores damage reduction. So, a very good, I guess, in this meta where Aramaki is used everywhere. This damage to the friend. Oh my god. Should have used the other skill to knock him out, but I didn't expect him. Oh. Capture it. Damage the die. Ooh. Teammates are dying. They only have defenders, not really. Obviously. Be safe from Borsalino. I'm hoping Borsalino hits us so he doesn't hit us again. Oh no. Oh, okay, we survived this one from Team Boost, I think. Haha! Sanji's a menace, guys. Sanji's a menace. So, yo, look, I'm gonna say, it's like I said in my last video. You know, Bouncers is gonna go through the same cycle all the time, where you're gonna pull for an EX. They're gonna be really good. They're gonna stay meta, but their counters are gonna be good because they're good against the specific EX for a couple months. And then they're gonna fall off, but the EX is gonna stay relevant for a long time, probably. So, it's the cycle. If they fall off, they'll be back in a meta one day in the future where they're gonna, stand tall and stand strong. But for now, that's that, guys. I'm actually very excited. Back to the Bounty Fest. Hey, that Sanji actually, destroyed us twice. Maybe the second time he would have one-shot as well if we weren't on Team Boost. So, yeah, very excited. And hope you guys enjoyed. Excited to play with some new units. And, peace.